Hard chick, baby. Straight up. Oh, listen, we out here. Big Lupe. You know what I'm saying? We outside with Lupe. GP link up. Big talk, big vibes. We got DJ Dan in the spot. Fucking Slovak Terminator. The motherfucking Slovak Terminator over here. Legends link up to do legendary shit with legends. And you gotta know that.
Look, Pop Smoke, I'm on some West Coast shit. Hey, New York, I got a West Coast bitch.
West Coast, Huncho on that West Coast shit. Left wrist, both wrists, that's some bricks.
If the ops is in the spot, red dot.
You gotta know that. Lupe, talk to the people, man.
I'm realizing all this powerful energy. You follow these people every single day for a reason, simply because they're showing you it can be done. Okay, this isn't about the fucking gym. Fuck this place. Fuck the weights. Fuck all that muscle, all that shit. It's the mindset. Okay, these are basically tools to help reconfigure, put everything together, so we can walk out into the real world and handle and be the best version of ourselves. Not go into our vices. We're not breaking habit. We're not breaking character. Simply showing up, doing what you got to do to help contribute to the world becoming a better place.
Show up. You want to keep it at 135?
Fuck it.
Feel back. It's gonna bang somebody.
Yeah, here we go.
You know what I'm saying? Prep this shit out. Y'all gotta realize, either you gonna break yourself down in this life or build yourself up, you know what I'm saying? The drugs, the vices, all that other shit y'all be trying to get down with to avoid yourself, to make yourself feel positive, that shit is gonna break you down in the long run. You can either smoke a blunt and do 20 reps on a cigarette or a jewel, or you can do 20 reps on this iron and see how you walk out this earth with, you feel me?
There it is. No weak shit. We want that weak shit.
You could do 20 reps on a motherfucking cigarette, or you could do 20 reps on a motherfucking bench press. Which one you think is the more intelligent decision?
Fuck them weights.
Don't be stupid.
So fuck, she's scratching on my back, here she comes. Now I gotta get enough, gotta get it quick, you know, because I love this shit, so give me that. Back to the fucking basics. You got yours and mine, I want you to taste it. Open wide and no, don't you waste it. Oh shit, all over your face.
We about to make history, man. Listen, dog.
Rewrite the fucking history.
Listen, dog. You got it. Let's go.
Trust yourself. Now push. Again. Push that shit. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. There you go.
Come on. Bring that shit fucking up.
Now push. There you go.
That's another thing,
shit.
man. Listen, dog.
You did that shit.
You gotta have your brothers with you, man. Believe in yourself, but when you have other people with you to believe with you, it triforces the situation. There's something in the Bible about if you got two people with the same mind, the same heart, and the same manifestation, shit happens faster.
Call Batman, I'm Robin.
I got him, smoke, I pop him. Put the bitch on product, now she proper.
T-Rom on some West Coast shit, yeah. Life easy live on the Sunset Strip, yeah. Today was a good day, fly as a blimp. I just book a round trip, I don't argue with the bitch, no. And my Spanish bitch talk spicy with the lip. When the car worth for M, you don't gotta touch the rim. Don't ask me the price, cost an arm, leg, and limb. When you in the light, niggas wanna steal your dim. Where you get that from, niggas gotta say.
Utilizing your pain, the shit that you struggle from your past, your traumas and shit. You come in here, like I preach, flow state. Fuck everything else. You're pushing the weight. You don't even realize you're on the bench anymore.
Yeah, you definitely disappeared.
You created that place, that peace within your mind. You gotta utilize your body.
I mean, it's the best episode of our fucking life, you know? Exactly. When you bring the weight down, it wants to stay you down. But you gotta bring it up, you know? The same shit with a squat, it's pushing you down and you need to fucking stand the fuck up.
There's so much electricity, energy within our body. They actually say that the human body is a walking bomb.
Yeah.
You guys don't realize that shit.
Exactly.
Utilize that shit. Stop this shit. It's nothing. Don't let this shit stop you. You're a fucking walking bomb.
Work. It's not enough to just watch motherfuckers on TV all day. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you watching what we do only attracted to the shit to begin with. So yeah, watch us do it. Get the inspiration that at a certain point, you gotta get in the game. A lot of y'all waiting on y'all lucky shot. You ain't gonna find your lucky shot if you're not even playing the game. Fuck around looking for a lucky shot, just up your accuracy, you dig? Yo, listen, I couldn't even do a dip. Shouts out to Broly Gaines. One day I was in Wingate Park, struggling to do a dip. He was like, Inspiration. Always following yourself to become better. Don't focus on where you're not, focus on where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Keep putting that work in and highlight your weakness. You're gonna be doing that shit like ease, you feel me? Damn, pull up. Talk your shit, man.
About to go in.
Your shit, man. Fuck this sleep. I gotta take this. The veins coming off this motherfucker. Oh. Straight rapping, man. Once you start asking yourself if not doing what's in your best interest is in your best interest, the fact that some of y'all gotta even ask that type of question should give you enough indication that it's time to start making some changes. A lot of people need motivation or convincing to love themselves in a positive direction. The fact that you need to be convinced to build yourself, to construct yourself, to develop yourself, to be free, to liberate yourself. The fact that you need to be convinced to love yourself, you should step back from that awareness and realize that the need to be convinced should be convincing enough. It's real life. What the fuck is you really doing out here? One life to live. You know, people like us, low-key, I'm not even gonna lie, we wasn't designed to be on these levels of mind, you feel me? The way this shit was set up, it's a miracle that we're here, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that we're here, we doing it so well, double down on this shit, you feel me? He got children, yo, I don't know if you got the whole frame. He got kids, he got family, he got homies. You know what I'm saying? Where you become a pillar. Everybody's looking for, you know, somebody else to take that lead. You know, why everybody not doing this? Why you not doing it? That space is there for you to become what you're looking for, what you're seeing is missing in the world, because other people are seeing that it's missing, and if you become that pillar of strength, imagine how many people will reverberate off of your activities. People talk about the law of vibration. Vibration is a measure of activity. So you can't just be sitting back, like Danger Dan said, talking about mantras and affirmations and shit. You gotta get active. You gotta vibrate. You gotta move. Talk about high frequency, high vibration. We're talking about atomic movement. The fuck is, yo, listen.
Like what Wes said, people telling you, just do what you can. Imagine if you wake up in the morning doing what you can. It's that simple. Start doing the things that you told yourself, I don't think I'm gonna accomplish that. Focus on that shit. Overcome that shit. Because that shit that you can do, it's a waste of time. We all know you can do it. Everyone else is doing it. Do the shit that no one else is doing. The shit that they're avoiding.
It's a simple fucking mind switch. It's like don't focus on what you can do, what you fucking can. Start today with the simplest fucking step, you know. Do what you can.
That's evolution. That's evolution. Doing what you can, right? Or doing what hasn't been done before. You do the same thing every day, you stay in the same plane of existence. You do what you did yesterday, and then some, and then you master that and then some, that becomes your normal. Flying squirrels. The first flying squirrel was just a jumping squirrel who perfected flying. All the other motherfuckers just like, I'm gonna do what I can today. You know, squirrel looking for a nut, you know what I'm saying? flying squirrel said, I'ma just keep jumping. Keep jumping.
If you're gonna keep doing what you were always doing, that brought you up to the same position that you are right now, motherfuckers just think that some miracle's gonna happen and their whole life is gonna turn around, and they just keep doing what they were always doing. You have to switch things up, do something else, change things up, because that shit that you keep doing, it ain't working for you.
That boy cut. That's all through repetition.
You know the vibes. Listen,
Doing the
bro.
shit that is
bro.
uncomfortable.
You know what I thought when I first saw him, bro, in person? Listen, warrior in his blood. You gotta know it. Warrior in his blood. Motherfucker, you gotta understand what evolution really means. What's your background? You gotta have some native in you. You gotta have
American.
some talking.
Everything.
Talking.
Just the fucking, the pigment on my skin says it all.
That's what I'm saying.
We come from a warrior background, warrior heritage. Basically surviving, but not even that where I am currently.
Right.
When I was born, in the environment that I was in, I had to survive. I wasn't blessed with this mindset. I had to fail all these amount of times.
Wow.
But guess what? Doing the shit that no one else is doing, by correcting myself all those times I failed, that's what got me this.
You're learning those
That's what got me this.
The pathways.
Clarity. Clarity, simple as that.
Motherfuckers always come up with all this shit, you know, these excuses like, I'm a minority, I'm discriminated, this and that, and there's always comes up the question, now what?
Now what?
Now what?
You know what I'm saying?
What you gonna do now? Even if all this shit is true, now what? What you gonna do with it?
Told you. It wasn't designed to be this way. You feel me? But we found a way, we saw a way, we made a way. Crazy thing about this shit, keep them breaths going, bro. Being minority, I'm black, bro. I could come up with all the excuses in the world like all these other motherfuckers. I understand history, but I also understand that I'm not gonna wait on a bus that may or may never come. I'm not waiting on a check that may or may never come. You get reparations in this life, great. But understand, it's better to get rich and get a bonus check than to depend on a check that may never come. It's better to walk your own path and build a new pathway to the sitting back waiting for somebody else to fix your life. It's really like that. Like I said, none of us is really built for this shit. You came from overseas, you know what I'm saying? There's plenty of people back home where Dan is from.
Victim mentality, you know,
what I'm
like
saying?
where I'm from, like you tell people, like I'm always telling, like I'm gonna go to the fucking to the US, to the States, and like they look at you as you are fucking nuts, because people in my country are not fucking taught to dream, you know. If you have dreams, you are looking at like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like you're gonna start a family, you're gonna get a job, and that's your life, you know.
All other
Fuck
shit.
no. You know, I keep proving it to the motherfuckers till this day, and I'm gonna keep doing it.
I'm saying it's about initiative of the soul, dog. At the end of the day, these are vessels. You see the vessel, you see the vessel. There's an individual within the body, you know what I'm saying? And that individual, that soul has a mind. You gotta shape your life. Don't go off of none of this shit. Like Lupe said, you go in the flow state, everything disappears. You forget what you are for a second. Let's get down to that essence. Hold on, reps. Reps.
Hop in.
Reps. I don't want to just keep talking, but you know the vibe, man. We gotta let y'all know, for everybody out there, this shit real life. You know what I'm saying? Stop just sitting back watching. We can hit y'all with all the, oh, we'll get off the couch, motherfucker, all that wild shit. Understand that we moving from a whole different frequency. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's it like in LA, bro? Like, on the back ends and shit. You feel me? Like, talk about that, bro. Talk about that, bro. The contrast, bro.
The shit that they don't see is that the communities are becoming more in tune with each other. Your neighbor, physically he's your neighbor, but that ain't nobody to you. We're losing that connection. Okay, people are becoming selfish. They've made their own prisons within their own minds.
Right.
They created the prison.
They're locked out.
Exactly. And so when they're walking next to their neighbor within their own prison, he's in his own prison. They don't realize that. A lot of people are struggling with their own personal shit. And this is why it's important to lead by example, to set the example, so they don't have to be living by rules. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of friends, a lot of family. In the prison system, the jail system, that's a fucked up system. You guys don't understand. Ask me how LA is. they're so wired on something else. They're killing each other over baseball hats.
Wow.
That's what nobody talks about. You think it's all about getting
over a color.
It's not even baseball hats.
Fucking
For real,
hat, homie.
it's a color of the hat type of shit.
Fuck the color, just the hat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dead ass serious.
Like-
innocent people die over wearing the wrong baseball hat. I'm just saying.
You step
And
across the street, you are on a different block, you get
it's
shot.
fucked up because you become born into it. Not only that, the drugs. Everywhere you look, everyone you know, it can be your uncle telling you.
Might be somebody that you didn't know, father of a fucking family, you know.
Uh-huh.
Get caught up in these vices because they have a struggles and they're using an escape, you know, not realizing that it's not an escape, it's just a fucking bandage on a gunshot wound. Because there's a way deeper fucking problem. A lot of these people don't realize that they have a way deeper issue than what they're thinking, you know. It's not just the feeling, it's the way they feel about themselves, feeling like they're not worthy of having the life they truly want. If they would only put the fucking work and try to become the best self, they would be worthy of having everything they desire.
this is where the compassion comes in for people. We've been getting taught about the law of exposure, right? Law of exposure is that if you're born into an environment, you're a blank slate, you're a baby, you're a sponge. So it's not necessarily your fault that you was born into a fucked up circumstance. Poor examples everywhere. And sometimes you born with that honesty, and people abuse that out of the children. Everybody's born with a certain level of honesty. People that get pulled away from their true self, indoctrinated and conditioned. But there's something inside of you that tells you there's a certain way to move and a certain way to be. You gotta have that courage. Watching content like this, seeing people act in a world full of people who, yeah, I guess they act, you feel me? But I'm talking about taking affirmative action instead of just affirmatively yapping, you dig? You have to see people doing this shit. There's too many people talking that leadership shit. There's too many people talking spiritual shit. And it's valid to know the information, but most of that shit just becomes intellectual bubblegum and it leaves people in their own prisons. We need actual results. We need actual leadership. And you need to get yourself exposed to new experiences. What got you to take that switch? What was that pivot? What was that experience? What was that exposure?
I was born family of gangs and drugs. So all I knew. Okay? Thankfully, I had a grandfather that I didn't grow up with. He had money. Sent me to a private school. So I got a little taste of what it's like on the brighter side.
That exposure.
On true families, you know? And I always told myself, I want that. I fuck with that. I like that. And that always stuck with me. Every time I went home, the police were at my house and shit. In my head, I'm like, that family system though, I want that. I'm gonna create that. I'm gonna have that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Still being in the environment, I got pulled here and there towards the negative shit. But something always pulled me like, that family shit. You deserve that. You can have that. And look, I'm not in jail. I'm not dead. I'm not strung out.
Praise is due.
I'm fucking here because I decided to utilize that vision that I had. And look what I got.
Yeah.
At home, I got a beautiful family.
Yep.
Beautiful. Not on the welfare system.
Nope.
We're not dependent on any money from the government or anything like that. I earned my shit simply because I had the vision. It's gonna stay that way, and I'm gonna keep on building every single day, along with my brothers right here.
That's literally all that you need is sometimes have the taste, and then you realize like, why wouldn't I want to have that life? Why would I want to have that family? Why would I want to create this for me?
Right.
And the create is the most important thing in there because a lot of people think that shit should be just given to them, you know? And there is this fucking victim type of mentality that is now being just basically praised more and more, that people waiting at home getting checks instead of going and making the fucking money for their family, you know?
Listen, it's out there for y'all. The exposure is there. Once you get a taste, you know it's there. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you hear it, you can't unhear it. You know what I'm saying? And from there, that's why I say avail yourself to all the experiences. I remember even being in a certain neighborhood. My hood got gentrified. All these cafes popping up, XYZ. Like, I want to see what it's like. I used to feel uncomfortable to be around certain things. You feel me? Fuck that. Put yourself in the environment. Learn other people. Learn other cultures.
Well, right here.
And do your thing.
Oh,
Alright, do your thing, homie.
It's all you.
Yeah. You know?
Well, like you said, like you're exposed to the gentrification and all these new neighborhoods and stuff coming up, and you were uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The fact that you were uncomfortable made you become the person that you are right now, because nobody ever grow inside of their comfort zone. You know, if you start hanging out around people that are fucking millionaires and you are broke ass, of course you're gonna be uncomfortable. You're gonna feel self-conscious because all these, you know that these people are millionaires and you are not, but it's gonna drive you to become one of them.
My thing is, bro, you know, I spent a lot of time like from Brooklyn, being in Fort Greene, you know what I'm saying? Fort Greene, far side, first side, middle side, everything. You know what I'm saying? Best, we already know the vibes. Being in Sudan, you know what I'm saying, in a third world country, it's not even just about being exposed to what's quote unquote better sometimes. Sometimes you have to even be exposed to people who are not as fortunate as you. Because when I went to Sudan, I didn't see impoverished kids. I see some crazy shit. Y'all motherfuckers got SSI, EBT, Section 8. Everything to launch yourself off if you just develop yourself into a valuable human being to get yourself on your own feet and become valuable to the economic system. You feel me? End of the day, I saw people in worse positions. I seen people in quote-unquote better positions. I asked myself, where do you want to be? You know what I'm saying? Be grateful for the things you do have because it could always be worse. Never get complacent and never get content because you could always be better. If you can master that mindset, it could always be worse. Be grateful, stay in gratitude. Second, know that there's always room for improvement. What can't you do? What can't you be? You feel me? Understand this shit, bro.
Like every time when you feel fucking comfortable, you have to put yourself in a situation where you're fucking struggling again, you know? Like being at home, like, I cannot tell that I grew up in a fucking bad family and be broke. Like, I had everything that I fucking wanted. Like, my parents are not rich, but we are not poor. And then I just fucking made the move to come here and went from fucking having a house, having a car, having a good paying job to fucking sleeping on the floor in a pallet, you know? Just because for a dream that nobody else had, but I could see it, you know? So you have to sometimes throw yourself in the deep fucking waters to learn how to swim.
And at the end of all of this talking, show them what the work looked like, bro.
Remember this.
Remember this part.
There's a system that doesn't want you to succeed.
Remember this?
System that wants you to fail.
Don't forget that.
A system that wants you to have them depend on you. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Freedom is the best freedom, y'all. Freedom is the best freedom, y'all. You about to run these burpees, man? This is the burpee king. This is the burpee king. First time I met this individual, I already knew what he was about. First time I met this individual, I was like, listen, gotta pay the dues, gotta pay the respects, gotta get into that frequency and gotta honor this man's line, you feel me? Random burpees in. Shit ain't no joke. Motherfucker got that bounce like he done did 15, you feel me? You don't get that, you gonna see that bounce. You don't get that bounce just by fucking around and doing some burpees for the gram, you feel me? A lot of burpees in the dark, you dig?
Oh, you wanna go out there on the concrete?
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna take this shirt off, why? Because we at motherfucking GOLDS Gym VENICE. This is one of the most legendary, if not the most legendary gyms on the planet, right? To be able to walk around this with your shirt off, it's a certain level of preparation, a certain level of swag. You feel me? So the fact that we was just in Fort Greene Park doing push-ups trying to heal our soul, and it turns into this, it turns into these link-ups. You can walk around actually proud of your presence, not forcing people to love you for who you are, because you love you for who you are. Come on, man.
Get correct, right?
You about to break us off big time, you heard?
Wake up and get it. If I can make 100 G's, then I can make millions. 50 on my neck. I keep spending money because I keep getting checks. I'm feeling like the best. I can't let it back. I gotta see what's next. Hey, you wanna be down with Enterprise?
They said they need that story of overcoming. I'ma keep iterating this shit. People like us is not designed to be like this. If we was just following the status quo, bad timing, you feel me?
Jail, dead, strung out.
You don't even know how many on the back ends. Shout out to all my homies on the block, on A block, you feel me? Shout out Tricks, shout out to Bull, shout out to Quad, everybody up in Fetty Spot. Yo, Hennessy in a coffee cup. A lot of vibes, you feel me? All my brothers did time. I always saw that shit like going to camp. They went away, they did time, they got a certain level of conditioning. I just felt like one day I was sitting on the block, I said, yo, I feel like I gotta take a trip to camp. They're like, nah, you don't.
It's on fucking field trip.
I mean, it's like the conditioning. It's like either that or go to the military because of the character development that happens in these situations. I always admired that. Like,
I feel like the issue is almost like fucking idolized, you know, like, oh, he's been roughed up. Like, you got some fucking stripes.
They want you like this, just asking and wishing for shit. They want you like that.
Begging.
Big homie Craig from South Central, he told me, don't do that. You were given these to work. Use these to get what the fuck you want.
Get this too.
That's right. You have to utilize these things. Stop begging. You don't need to beg. Get off your knees. Start working. These are gonna get rough, real rough. What are you gonna do with it?
Y'all see some handsome individuals with some muscles and shit. Run it.
G4 let this nigga out. It's the clip. Gangsta Brazil.